Hello, viewers all over the world. I remain your humble mathematician, Godwin Oma. Let us consider episode 13. Let's consider episode 13. And what does it say? So here we are to consider the properties of Cartesian plane or rectangular coordinate system. Cartesian plane or rectangular coordinate system. This Cartesian plane is from the topic we call coordinate geometry or straight line. The Cartesian plane or rectangular coordinate system is from the topic we call what? Coordinate geometry or straight line. Coordinate geometry or straight line. That is where we have this Cartesian plane. And a Cartesian plane is made up of what? The horizontal line called the what? X-axis, and the vertical line called the y-axis. Okay? So let us draw it. Cartesian plane. So let us manage this line. Okay. Yes. I said that the Cartesian plane or the rectangular coordinate system is from the topic we call coordinate geometry of straight lines. And it's made up of what? The horizontal number line, called the x-axis. This is the x-axis. The x-axis. And here, and it's also made up of a what? The vertical line called the y-axis. The horizontal number line and the vertical number line. The horizontal number line is called the x-axis, and the vertical number line is called the what? Y-axis. Okay, this is positive y, and this is a negative y. Okay, so the intersection of the horizontal number line and the vertical number line, their intersection is called the origin of the Cartesian plane. Here is the origin, which we can denote 0, 0. So the first 0 here represent x, while the second 0 represent y. So I said that the Cartesian plane or the rectangular coordinate system is from the topic we call coordinate geometry of a straight line. It's from the topic called what? Coordinate geometry of straight line. And it's made up of what? The horizontal number line called the what? X-axis, and the vertical number line called the what? Y-axis. Every values, yes, and I said that at their intersection, the intersection of horizontal line, the point of intersection of horizontal line and vertical line is called the origin. It's called the what? Origin of the Cartesian plane. And every value to the right of the origin represents what? The positive x-axis. And every value to the left of the origin represents the what? The negative x-axis. Every value above the origin represent the positive y-axis, and every value below this origin represent the what? Negative y-axis. So that is about what? The Cartesian plane, yeah, with regard to what? The axis, with regard to what? X and the what? Y-axis. So let us quickly consider, how do you plot points, or how do you locate points on the Cartesian plane? How do you locate point on the Cartesian plane? The first one we discuss is the first one we talk about axis. The axis, which we talk about x and y axis, x and y axis. Then the second one we shall plotting plotting of all points. Plotting of points on the Cartesian plane. Okay, we have discussed this, which is the axis. So let's consider the second one, which is plotting of points. And the plotting of points involves other pair. So let's assume that we have the 2, 5 minus 3, 10 minus 2. And then let's say 1, 3. Then minus 2, 5, 4. Then let's say minus 1, 2, 2. Okay, so these are bracket, the values on the bracket within the bracket are called what? Order pair. The first value represents what? The first values represent x, while the second values represent y for each of the what? Of the brackets. Okay, let's first of all consider the points. And let's assume that the first point should be what? Should be A, then here should be B, here should be C, here should be D, is C, and then should be E. Okay, so let's locate the first point. So looking at it, the first value, which is 2, represent what? X. That positive X here is positive. So where do we have there? Okay, let's assume now that we have a 2 here. Let's assume that we have 2 here. Then, and we have 5. Let's assume that we have 5 here. Because the first value represents S, 2, 1. Then coming to this place, you trace. Okay, let's assume that you trace. Okay, you come here, you trace. Okay, this is their point of intersection, which is point A, 2, 5. Okay, and the second one is minus 3 here, could be minus 3 here. S is minus 3, and then minus 2. Let's assume that our minus 2 is here. Okay, so you also trace. Okay. Okay, that is your point B. My point B is minus 3, minus 2. Then the next one is 1. Okay, let's assume that, let's assume now that here is my 1. Okay, let's assume that here is my 1. Here is my 1. Then the other one is 3. And let's assume that here is 3. Then you can equally trace it. Yes. So your coordinate point 1, 3. And that is our C. Okay, then the next one is D. Minus 2 could be here. Let's assume that this is my minus 2. And the other one is 4. So let's assume that here is 4. Assume that here is 4. Then trace it. Okay, you come down. Okay, this is my minus 2, comma 4. And it's given as our D. Then the next one, if I want a minus 1, here could be my minus 1, and positive 2. Okay, here could be my positive 2. Then I can equally trace it. Then here should be my minus 1, comma 2. And my minus 1, comma 2, which is my E. Okay? Okay. Okay. Okay, this is how to locate a point or to trace a point on a Cartesian plane. We have discovered that the first one is about point A, which is 2, 5. Then the next one is point B. Where is our B? Look at our B, which is what? Minus 3. Yes, minus 3, comma minus 2. The first one is X, and this is a minus 3. Then your minus Y, which represents 2 here, which is the down. This is our minus 2. Then we trace it. This is their point of what? Intersection, which is minus 3, comma minus 2, which is your B coming to C. This is our C, which is 1, and the first value here is S, followed by Y. This is positive what? X axis. This is my 1, and this is what? Positive Y axis, which is my 3. Look at my 3. You trace it. This is their point of intersection. Then the next one, D, which is a minus 2. This is our minus 2, which represents S, and this is for up. Okay, you trace it up. Then the last one, which is a E, point E. Where is our point E? Can you see it? The first one, which is represent as minus 1, which is minus 1, and the last one is 2. You can see it. This is the coordinate points here. So this is how to trace what? Points on the what? Cartesian plane. This is how to trace point on the Cartesian plane, or plotting of a point or position. And as a matter of fact, it's on this Cartesian plane that you can plot any kind of a what? Graph. It could be linear graph or quadratic graph or any other graph. It's on this Cartesian plane that you can plot your graph, whereby you have your x-axis and your y-axis. I think that is it. That is it. That is it. That is all about our Cartesian plane, or the rectangular coordinate system under coordinate geometry or straight line. Thank you, viewers. I remain your humble mathematician once again.